Inside Lucas Oil Stadium, this is the Blue Zone on the Fox 59 Now app. I'm Dave Griffiths, and the Colts are 4-1 after a 40-6 drumming of the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday afternoon. It was offense, defense, special teams, everything working together for the Horseshoes on this Sunday afternoon, and certainly you need that to beat any team in the NFL, good or bad, by 34 points. Let's listen to Shane Steichen after the final whistle.
All right, I'll start off injury updates first. Mike Hilton's got a shoulder, Schrader has a knee, and Grover has a bicep. Overall, the game, I thought it was great complimentary football, back and forth, all three phases. Shaggy getting the punt block there was huge, getting the takeaways by Mackay. Latu, obviously Grover getting the tip there was huge, and then scoring, 6 times, 6 drives, 6 touchdowns by the offense. It was just great to see. I think everyone got involved. Like I said, complimentary football all the way around, so it was a good game.
Do you have any updates on Spencer yet?
I don't right now. I don't. It doesn't look good, but I don't have the full update.
Did you ever consider letting Rigo kick even extra points just to?
Yeah, a little bit, but I felt good about the offense, just trying to go for 2, and you know what I mean, going down there, and obviously we would have had some moving parts there. Obviously I got a ton of faith in Rigo kicking those balls, but just the holds and who would be the snapper, and there's a lot of moving parts there.
I know it doesn't matter, but what are the moving parts? Who would be snapping?
It would have been Ogletree, and Luke would have been the holder. Yeah.
The efficiency of your offense, I think, is kind of notable. I mean, you had decent yardage today, but converting, you're taking advantage of opportunities. Why so efficient?
I think it starts up front, and the quarterback's doing a hell of a job. Third downs were efficient. I think 8 for 10. We're moving the ball. We're completing passes at a high clip. I don't know. He's completing 73% of his passes every week, and so when you're doing that, you're going to be pretty efficient on offense, and he's continuing to do that for us.
What did you guys do with Tyler keeps getting called for the OPIs, but it doesn't look. It looks kind of narrow. What can you guys do?
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. We'll work through it, and we'll look at the tape.
You see him every day, but what is your appreciation for Ashton?
He's as gritty as they come. He's as tough as they come, and he does anything that's asked, and he understands his role. I go over roles and opportunities to start the season, and I go through every player, and I say, yeah, you're our special teams ace, and you're going to go cover kicks, and when you get your opportunity on offense, go make the most of it. And today, obviously, he got a hell of an opportunity and played a ton on offense and made some big-time plays, caught a big in cut there, and then obviously there in the fourth quarter, threw the go ball to him, went up and made a hell of a play. So hats off to him. Just a tremendous worker is what he is.
Talking about resiliency and bouncing back, coming back from last week and winning this week by 34 points, just what does that say about this team?
Yeah, I think the guys, like I said, last week was last week, and that's the National Football League. You don't ever want it to happen, but it's next day mentality. It's one day at a time. Enjoy the process of getting better every day and growing as individuals. And our guys were locked in all week. I thought we had a hell of a week of practice, and to see it come to fruition, here on Sunday, just hats off to all the guys and all the coaches.
The offensive balance you guys have sounds kind of boring, but you shut down the run early. You guys did with that. How does that balance make you dangerous?
I think when you can do both really well when the game's on the line, I think that's critical. And, I just think the guys are playing at a high level right now. They're playing together. The communication piece is huge. There's so many details that go into it throughout the week, and the side conversations that take place with the quarterback and the center and the receivers and the meetings, the extra meetings that they have, going through every little detail of every possible look we could get. Stuff comes up on, game day, and those guys are all prepared and ready for it. And I think it's just great back and forth, with those guys, but also just the camaraderie of our guys right now. Obviously we're in week 5 going into week 6, but been very pleased, but we got to do it, again and again every week.
We saw Ashton play a lot today.
Yeah.
Went over the game does on offense, and 80 Mitchell didn't play until the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, just I told like I said, told you guys, 80's got to earn it, and so that was a situation where Doolin was going to start at X and play most of the game, and if we needed 80 in a situation, we would have to use them, and we played him there at the end.
JT, 3 touchdowns today.
Yeah.
I think that's the 4th time his career's had 3 total touchdowns, and 2 of them happened this year.
Yeah.
For a 6-year guy, so what level is he coming at? What does that like?
Extremely high. I think he's playing best back in the league right now. credit to him, credit to the O-line. That first one, obviously Q pulling around there, and then the other one we scored down in there tight. We had a little pulling center on with Bort, and Bort opened up the hole right there. It was a great job by the O-line, and he stretched and cut that thing back up in there. So it's everybody. It's everybody. It starts up front with those guys, but he's just seeing it well. He's running, hard, patient, great vision, great burst, and he hits the home runs.
Talk about this group of go ahead, Bob.
Okay. What do you make of the work of the offensive line? The Raiders have gone 39 straight games with a sack, and then you have the
Yeah, I mean, our thing going into this game, which I'm sure every opponent that plays the Raiders, is stop 98. He's one of the best in the league right now, and so going in the game, we were trying to get 4 hands on him as much as possible, not run at him. If we did run at him, make sure we got 4 hands on him there, because we know he's a huge problem, and it's a credit to our guys, going out and executing the game plan.
How important is it with this offensive line to have the versatility where you can get guys out in space, but you can also kind of run downhill with them?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great question. I think we got so many guys that are multiple, that have different roles, that have different skill sets, and so we try to play to their strengths each and every week, and obviously depending on who we're playing with the defensive scheme and what they're doing, trying to put our guys in advantageous looks, week in and week out, and buy down in distance and what they're doing, and then our guys going out and executing. So hats off to those guys. Again, I think today too, I just want to mention, like, our defense giving up 6 points is huge. I thought those guys played incredible. They're flying around making plays. It was fun to watch.
Shane, a couple more.
It's not often in the NFL that a head coach gets to save the first team. You can take the rest in the fourth quarter. Is that a satisfying moment for a head coach?
Yeah, it's kind of awkward, to be honest, because this league, every game comes down to one scores a lot. But it's nice for those guys to get a quarter off and rest their bodies going into next week. But it's a credit to those guys executing early and often to get that done.
Last year,
last year you all had 8 wins, they were all by 1 possession.
Yeah.
This year you get 3 down to 1. What's different when you think about it?
Well, I think all things take time. You know what I mean? I think as you're building a program, sometimes it takes a little bit of time. And I think, we got some new faces in here. I think Chris has done a hell of a job with that. Daniel's playing at a high level, and guys are just believing in each other and believing in the process of what we're doing. And, it's been really good.
Plenty for the head coach to be happy about, and certainly a happy locker room as well among the players from everyone on the roster. 1 down to 53. For Daniel Jones, it's another victory at quarterback. Let's listen to the Horseshoes QB.
What is it? We just asked Shane this. How satisfying is it, frankly, to get almost a quarter off? He's a good job.
Yeah, I mean, it's good feeling. Yeah, good feeling. I think executed well, with the exception of that first drive. We a little bit of a slow start, but executed well. Took advantage of some opportunities. I'm sure Shane talked about just the complementary football, and you get a punt blocked, and then in the third quarter we had an interception, put us at the 5-yard line, and then converted those opportunities. So I thought it was a great team effort.
You guys have 3 of these dominant wins now. I think every time you asked you guys before, like the one drive, you guys didn't punch again. Is that something you just kind of think of as important before you guys need to go?
Yeah, I think obviously the result's important, and the result's the most important. Winning, we're judged by winning games, and so that's the goal. But I think there's also got to be an emphasis on the process, and all the plays that lead up to that, and when they weren't executed well, or something happened to get you off track, that you address that and try to correct that moving forward. I think that's how we're going to be the best football team we can be. So obviously we're happy with the result, but there's a process to it, and we got to continue to attack that, to grow and see where we've come up short.
What do you feel like you were able to tap into in the red zone today?
Well, I mean, I think we ran the ball really well. It was a huge thing for us. I thought we had a really good plan down there in the run game, and then we executed it well. JT did a really good job. The guys up front did a good job, and then a couple opportunities we had in the pass game and converted on those. So I think that was most of it. I think it starts with the run, and a lot of credit to the guys up front.
Can you take us through the touchdown pass and then kind of scramble to the right? I don't know if they're drawn up like that, but obviously they
yeah, they brought a pressure there, so I knew I had to get it out. If I didn't get it out, I had to move, so I moved. And Pitt did a really good job on the scramble drill. Great catch there. Haven't seen the replay, but looked like he made an incredible effort to get his feet in and make the catch. So, yeah, big-time play.
And you, since you've been here in April, your appreciation for a guy like Jason Newman, special teams guy, but today he's called on to be more. How have you seen him?
Yeah, I think he's just a really good football player, kind of in all aspects of the game. Obviously, he's one of the best guys in the league in the special teams game and all the things he does there. And then, yeah, and I mean, as a receiver, he's been incredible. I mean, in camp, I played a lot with him, rotating in there, and he's just a really, really good football player. He's always going to be in the right spot, makes a tough catch. He's got tremendous speed and strength. That last catch, you saw him go up and make a really tough contested play, but just a really good football player, smart, always going to be in the right spot, tough, makes a play.
During the season, when you guys get practicing, you don't get much work with him, do you? Because of the other receivers, or does he get work with the ones?
No, he rotates in there, and this week he got a good bit of work, so feel really good and feel really good about the chemistry with him, and he does a really good job when he's not in there, making sure he's getting the rep, understanding what he needs to do, and understanding the game plan.
Now, how difficult do you think it is for defenses to decide how to attack you guys? The run and the pass is so effective. Just how difficult a choice do you think that is for them?
Yeah, I think it makes it tough when you can do both, for sure. I think JT's playing at an unbelievable level. Guys up front are playing at an unbelievable level. So, the run, and we've had a number of explosive runs, particularly in the second half, and that's a huge threat to the defense. And then, yeah, being efficient in the pass game, creating explosive plays when we have them. And I thought today, style of defense we're playing, there's a lot of underneath stuff and guys making someone miss and getting upfield. Josh had a number of plays I felt like where he caught it underneath, made a guy miss, and found 5 or 6 extra yards.
Can you grade Tyler Warren's pass? And also, did you ever tell Shane, all right, enough of that?
I didn't see Tyler's pass. Looked like he covered up pretty good, but I like the play. I like the play call and see if we can get one there. I think stuff like that, it works or it doesn't, but it's all, play second down and get ready to go.
Do you think you should be the intended receiver instead of Pitt?
I do have a catch. I caught a ball a few years ago. But no, I mean, Pitt's the professional pass catcher.
Doesn't Tyler Warren, he's starting to be able to give you guys the creativity to do a lot of things. What's the value of having a guy that can do 5, 6, 7 things?
Yeah, I think it's huge. We've used him on short yardage with some run stuff. I think obviously just like in the drop back game and then quick game, I mean, moving the pocket, there's so many elements of his game that you can kind of bring into play depending on the situation. So it does a lot for us.
Daniel, obviously winning breeds confidence, but when you've had 3 dominating wins like you guys have had, how does that affect the locker room and the team?
Yeah, I think it gives us a lot of confidence. I think it's a huge testament to our guys, to everybody, to the locker room, the coaches, and having a strong first half and getting out to a big lead, and then coming out in the second half, there's no let up. Guys are still hungry and ready to go. Defense, jumped on them, and then offensively to convert. I think that says a lot about the maturity of our football team. I think just cleaner execution. I thought we did a better job on third down, did a better job in the red zone, did a better job protecting the ball. I mean, I think all those things are really important when you look at wins and losses. But, I thought we were just sharper executing.
A happy Horseshoe group to be 4-1 after 5 weeks, and they will stay at home inside Lucas Oil Stadium next week, welcoming the Arizona Cardinals to town, trying to stay unbeaten at home this 2025 season. I'm Dave Griffiths. This has been the Blue Zone on the Fox 59 Now app. We'll see you next time.